How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Bot Battles Episode 1. We're going to be doing a 100v100 bot battle on Taiga for Episode 1. Red's known to dominate this map, so we're going to see if that stands true as well with the bots. But let's get into it right away. Let's start the match, then I'll add the bots in. It should be a good match. We're going to spectate. We're going to add, if I could type. Gonna add 200 bots, 100v100, and let's get into the action. We're gonna start out spectating Red, see what they have up their sleeve to start it out. We've run this a couple times already. Red does seem to be the favorite. However, you know, that might not stand true in the future. As they're loading in here, we got Blue loading in as well. There always seems to be this little group here of bots that just don't quite make it. Maybe they're a little slow, you know, maybe they're stuck on each other somehow. However, this group looks far smaller than it did last game. So, let's see how that goes as we progress. So, Red's fully taken their first objective, and Blue Team over here has taken their first. We got a couple little early skirmishes breaking out here. Looks like Red's going to pick up the first kill with Blue shortly following after. And where it goes from here is anybody's guess. Red is rushing across the river. They're ignoring their enemies there. Sorry for the click. They're ignoring potential blue enemies to let them get in their backline. However, this is where a lot of the action in this map happens, right here on this bridge. Red team tries to push across. Blue team starts to push them back. And it goes back and forth. One thing you'll notice is this right here. A lot of suicides. That was not scripted. I just knew that it was going to happen shortly. A lot of suicides happening. You're fighting in the middle of the bridge, and we clicked again. God dang it. So a lot of suicides happen in the middle of the bridge, so you'll quickly see one side get pushed back. Either Red get pushed back or Blue get pushed back, depending on which team loses the most to the suicides. Red team does take the camp early, so that's going to give them a pretty big ticket lead right at the start. We'll see if Blue is able to recapture that at any point. So we got a nice little fight cooking here. Let's go see if there's any other skirmishes. The bots don't quite seem intelligent enough to use these logs. I imagine they would just fall off if they tried. Horses as well don't really get touched. And Blue team does tend to get stuck here. I think it's because archers, even though I don't see any in there right now, I think that the archers just kind of slow the flow. And that's what causes the build up on the backside there for Blue. A lot of Blue players just jumping in for a swim. And if we follow the river down, it's not looking pretty for their chances of survival. Ignoring the fact that they have armor, this river leads straight into an underground river cave. That doesn't seem like a very fun place to go for a swim, but hopefully they find their way out the other end. You never know. So Red's got a pretty good little group here. They're definitely outgrouping Blue, and we clicked away again. The only problem with pushing across that bridge again is just your own incompetence to just jumping in like that guy for Blue there. Those guys are both dead when they jumped in, but this guy right here is about to go, I'm pretty sure. Maybe no, he died before he could, but that one went. And let's go check the other side. They don't seem to be jumping off this side in quite as large numbers, but I won't expect that to last for very long as those guys are so close to going over. We're back here checking out the spawns. Not a lot of action. These guys are kind of confused and lost. They're looking for enemies that they're just not going to find. This is another location for Red that seems to be a huge hang-up where we lose a lot of players. They come over here, and like this guy, he's got the strongest right foot known to man. Like this could be Spider-Man. Oh, everybody gets one. Alright, so this actually might be a huge advantage for... Oh, they're starting to peel off, looks like a little bit. No, not really. I think they're trying to jump this gap here. I think they just lack the know-how. You know, the dexterity to jump. Pushing back over here. Blue's pushing across. They're doing a really good job. Back at the spawn, these blue guys don't care. And if you're asking why I keep going back to that spawn, that's a great question. It's because I cannot stop myself from clicking right mouse button. So... we might go back there again. I'm trying my best not to, but it does happen fairly frequently. So Blue's pushing across here. They got a really nice force coming up, but as we know, good forces mean a large number of suicides as these sheep just jump off And that boxer's about to go. I can feel it. The boxers always go. Oh, and the boxers. Oh, I thought he had it. That was the first time I've seen a boxer make the crossing successfully. However, right at the end, we all got excited and he fell. Unfortunate. Red's got a nice wide line here to kind of deal and contain this blue horde coming at them. There's only about a dozen red here right now. A lot of their forces stuck over here. So these dozen or so men are doing a great job just holding back blue. And it might even be an advantage having a smaller number here because less teammates means less team damage. And as you can see, blue is just throwing in thrust and slashes, hitting their own team. Like, majority of blue deaths at this point is probably their own doing, if I had to guess. Alright, let's see. That blue guy, that's a beautiful tongue. I don't know if you guys saw that. That one blue guy, he got past the line, but he was quickly cleaned up by the rear guard. We got archers up here, holding up the line. That archer could single-handedly sink red team. Well, between that and, those cowards over there, could single-handedly sink red team. Red team getting kind of mopped up. We were at about a dozen. I'd say we're at, god dang it. I'd say we're at quite a few fewer than a dozen now on red team. This group, if they can get their shit together, that would be huge reinforcements for red to try to hold blue back. But it looks like red's getting cleaned up pretty well. I'm seeing maybe 8, 9 players there from red still. They do have one oddball reinforcement coming. That archer up there is still holding back the entire team. So I think that blue has as good a chance as they ever have had of getting across this bridge right now. Let's see if they can make it happen. And they're across. They're pushing out. This is absolutely brutal, folks. But they're running right towards this group here. Those two archers take out this guy. That poor fella, he fought so hard to get across the bridge. First one across, just to get taken out by 2 crossbows. Okay, so they're getting these red players. Oh, that guy jumped off. They're getting these red players back into the fight a little bit as they pass. But they are pushing out. And is this the first blue players pushing this way? Oh no, there's a whole blue force in here. This could be a blue takeover of camp. That's something that we have yet to see on bot battles. Let's see what happens. Okay, I might have spoke too soon. We all know that it's very hard for blue to take the camp. And that guy just walked through the fire. Oh, is he going to get... Oh, okay, I think he's just running on the outside of it. We all know it's hard for blue to take it, and that seems to be standing true here as well. So, looks like they got the red team that was back in this corner. Are they just kind of... They're fighting them. Interesting. And we're back into that guy's mouth. I really just gotta take my hand away, but it's so hard to do because I need to aim this camera. So blue is cleaning up all these red players here, and they're kind of streaming in a little bit over here. I don't know how many forces red's willing to commit over there because you got blue pushing in over here as well. So we'll see how the bots react to this push over here. Let's go see what's happening at the bridge. Is there any immediately happening at the bridge? No, but you have a lot of blue bots here that are kind of fighting for nothing. Oh, but they cleaned up red and they're moving on. This should be a blue takeover. Blue seems to have all the momentum right now. There's nobody on the objective, but you have to imagine that they're coming, right? They're pushing up here. This is all blue. They're pushing up over here. They're in the camp here in some instances. Oh. What are these guys getting stuck on? Is there one red? There's one red player in the middle there that's taking up all this push. Is he dead yet? There you go. Okay, now he's dead. Blue's gonna be able to push it now that that guy's eliminated. They're stuck on the flag, unfortunately, and the archer just standing there in the way. Where have we seen that before? We've definitely seen that mouth before. It's a beautiful mouth, but we really want to stop looking at it. It does not look like blue's pushing in at the moment. Red has just locked this down. There is nobody getting past this many red players. That's even more of a choke point than the bridge was, and the same looks true here. However, I think that the bots are smart. They could come around here and then flank these guys and then get their whole force through. And it did look like this guy thought of that as well, and he quickly met his end. Maybe you need to take more than one person around, I guess. Blue pushing in here. I don't know if they'll get too far. Somehow this guy's made it out here. I'm not sure how. These guys are trying to figure out how to work a ladder. They know it should be possible. They saw it in school, you know, back when they were 2-year-olds, like ladders, ladders. We learned about ladders, but they can't quite figure it out. But he's just gonna sit here until the end of time trying at least. I mean, you might as well try, right? It's your only way up and over. Something different anyway. Blue's getting kind of mopped up over here, and if you look, this archer, oh, it's not the archer anymore. It's the flag. Some really bad pathing here by blue team. Well, you know, if you ask yourself, why can't blue team win here? It's because all you players that play frontline are NPCs, and you get caught on literally the most simple of what you call it. Maybe I'm an NPC too. But you get caught on the most simple of obstacles, a flag and a tree. And we're back in his mouth. You know, we're going to take a second here while we're... Oh, never mind. I was going to take a deeper look at his mouth, but, you know, I messed it up for myself. You know, we might as well make the best of those unfortunate teleports. Red's got this locked down. This is definitely going red team's favor. However, as I say that, blue is making a big push, but it might be too little too late. Yeah, I think this is too little too late, because even if they took the camp, they wouldn't win on tickets. And I don't know if we can expect the blue team to be able to figure out how to knock down that barricade there and that barricade over here. I do not think they have the requisite intelligence to be able to pull that feat off. They are starting to neutralize, so that means no more red spawns. However, you have a big group of red here. If these guys are paying attention, instead of just being, you know, in the meat grinder, they could turn around and shut this down. But I think blue's going to take this here. But again, oh, some of them are kind of starting to come back. But I think blue's going to take it, which is going to be huge for their respawns. Anybody that's dying over there, anybody that's dying over there is going to be able to respawn back here. And we should see the first blue respawns coming in very soon. Look at this. That's a huge blue group. But... so they're going to go for the objectives, I think, which may be a good decision. Let's see if they're able to actually start chopping this. What the hell is he doing? He just walked over it. Oh, that's the first hit on the objectives, boys. You saw it here first. That guy hit the rock. That's not what you're aiming for, Jimmy. They seem to be able to teleport through this, or phase through it, as you will. That guy hit it twice. That scared him, so he backed off. Let's see what's going on over here. A big build-up fight going on over here. And guess what? One player... Oh, no, never mind. Looks like blue's going to have control of this. They pretty much mopped up any red fighters that are left over here. So it does appear as... Oh, there's one red guy. Are these couple little red guys... So let's take a look. All these blue guys here. Actually, there's not even that many left. I think it's safe to say that this red group... Yeah. What can I say, folks? I'm trying to hype the blue team up, but they just don't have the requisite intelligence to take this on. Like, all these blue players have been fighting for nothing, because you had the one guy that hit this objective over here 3 times, and then the spike scared him. So he moved over here to the meat grinder. And you gotta... Oh, is there a blue force pushing it? Oh, blue might be taking it back. But again, you have to imagine it's too little too late. Blue has 70 tickets left. Without some sort of miracle of intelligence that they develop, I don't think they could do it. Yeah, I'm pretty confident that, you know, they'll run out of tickets even if they took all the objectives at this point. And I do not think they're going to be able to burn down the logs. I've been wrong before, but, you know, that's just my impression. We'll see on frontline, potentially, if they can figure that out. But we're winding down here. You know, Red's got a commanding victory. Not even breaking a sweat. Losing pretty few people. Blue definitely lost the most swimmers. I think that blue, you know, went for a swim. Let's see if we can see him down here still. All we see is the blood spots left from when they hit the head on the bottom of the pool. But blue is making the way over here. We moved the meat grinder at least away from the bridge. But I don't think this is going to change much. Blue does hold the... Oh, one guy. Seriously, it's just like frontline. This is just like frontline on the official servers. One guy strolls up, takes the point. Rep blue team. That's how it goes every time. So, Be interesting to see what they do with this map. I know they're talking about making some balance changes to it. I'm not sure what they could do, to be perfectly honest. Maybe moving some spawns, some objectives, or something. I don't know how they'll do it. But I think that the commanding victory here does help illustrate that it needs to be done. Not that you consider bots, you know, the pinnacle of competitiveness and balance. However, that is a red team victory in episode number 1 of Bot Battles. I hope you all enjoyed. If you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe to YouTube here. We're going to have at least 3 more episodes for each map come out. We might do some skirmishes depending on how the videos do. And also, you can check out my Twitch channel. I'm streaming over at Twitch, mostly Mordhau right now. We might be doing some Total War when it comes out on Thursday. But I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you next time.